Members of Operation Dudula are set to meet at Beyers Naude Park in Johannesburg this morning. That's where they're expected to hold one of their complaints. The group is known for its stance against illegal migrants. My colleague Malungelo Booi joins us live now from downtown Joburg. Malu, good morning to you and thank you so much for joining us this morning. This operation has been ongoing for quite some time. What can we expect today and what has been the outcome of it from some of the residents or just some of what some of the people have had to say on the ground?
Well, I'll tell you this, what you see behind me. In fact, I'm just going to move away from the shot so that you can see that there's already police officers. I mean, I've counted about 12 vehicles belonging to the JMPD and the South African Police Service. They've arrived here just near where the members of Operation Dudula will be gathering this hour. As you rightfully pointed out, they'll conduct one of their campaign. And this is something that they've been doing really since 2019. Yesterday, they were in Hillbrow, not very far from where we are, embarking also on this campaign. And the last time, you and I were talking about Operation Dudula, it was last month when they were actually in Rosettenville, south of Johannesburg. That's where also they were embarking on this campaign, visiting several stores there, which they were claiming that were employing illegal migrants. As you rightfully pointed out, Operation Dudula stance really on illegal migrants has actually been clear that illegal migrants must get out of the country, and they're saying that government has essentially failed to address this particular issue of illegal migrants in the country. Whether, this operation is yielding, the desired results by, by the people behind it, it's really anyone's guess. But you and I would know, that this is a campaign that has in fact divided South Africans, with some saying it's actually xenophobic, but others being sympathetic to Operation Dudula, saying that they really understand what they stand for, considering the high numbers of unemployment in South Africa. Remember, they're also blaming really the high levels of unemployment in this country to some businesses that continue to employ illegal migrants at a cheap rate, and that's why they've been pushing very hard for illegal migrants really to move out of the country. Whether that has been successful, really, it's really anyone's guess. But they'll arrive here at this hour and meet exactly, not just a few meters from just across the road, really. That's where they'll be discussing their strategy here in Johannesburg on what they want to do. We're not sure, whether they will move around, the streets, doing what they did in Rosettenville, going to shops which they say employed illegal migrants.
Malu, it's quite interesting, the issue of job creation. It's something that the government has consistently said that that they need to try create jobs. We heard in the State of the Nation address from President Cyril Ramaphosa that government does not create the jobs. This operation now, they are trying to go into these shops that are employing the alleged illegal migrants in these stores. Are they then hoping, Malu, perhaps that this will then mean that South Africans will then be employed in those shops?
In fact, when we're in Rosettenville, one of the things that Operation Dudula campaigners were doing was to give the shops which they say were employing illegal migrants at least 7 to 14 days to rectify that and make sure that they employ South Africans. Whether they've been able, whether those shops have really, responded to that call is really not clear, but that's what they continue to push for. And this is something that they've said that they will not stop, because this is something that the South African government has essentially failed to address. And you know, as you rightfully pointed out, that South Africa is currently facing the unemployment crisis with, you know, the numbers standing at what? At 14 million young South Africans being unemployed, and Operation Dudula saying that can be addressed. That can be addressed when these shops or supermarket or these groups begin to employ South Africans, and moving away from employing illegal migrants, which they say actually they employ them at a cheap labor.
It would be interesting also to find out, Malu, I'm not sure if the last time that you were in Rosettenville, if there was any discussion around what if they are planning once again to go into the shops, obviously to see how many people are being employed there, and if they are undocumented migrants or not. But I think it would also be interesting to find out from them if they want to see proof from these migrants.
So here's the thing, Tejo. What Operation Dudula people have said to me is that they're not against migrants being in the country, but what they're against is illegal migrants being employed in South Africa, considering the fact that there's many young South Africans that need employment opportunities. Whether today, though, Tejo, they'll be going to the shops which they say employ illegal migrants, we're not sure about it, but what I know is that normally everywhere where they will hold one of their operations, they would go to the shops which they have identified. Remember, Operation Dudula have people who are in communities who they say these people know what is taking place in some of these stores, and when they go into these stores, they go into these stores or into these shops knowing very well that these shops are employing illegal migrants.
My colleague Malungelo Booi out in Johannesburg for us this morning. Thank you so much for your time. And Malu will, of course, continue to give us more details about Operation Dudula taking place once again today.